Guys, we are getting closer to actually now getting the samples out of the file. We've been writing code to get the information that relates to the placement or the location of these samples and how they were encoded and all those sort of things. So now that we have managed to write at least a code to be able to parse all, okay, let me say most of the most important boxes, we are now closer to actually getting the samples out of the file. We haven't got the samples yet, and when we get the samples, as I've said on one of my videos, we are going to have to look at how those samples have been encoded. If it's an AVC, we're going to have to go and look at how does MVC actually place content, or how AVC does encode data, so that we would be able to write the code that is going to decode this MP4 file. So here we're learning how to decode an MP4 file. When your application receives an MP4 file, it has to be able to decode how to decode that MP4 file. MP4 files are when they are created following a standard. So if you also follow the standard to look at how an MP4 file should be structured, and the person who have created the file that you will be receiving, if they have looked at the same standard that you are looking as you are writing your decoder, so therefore your decoder would be able to make use of that file. This is very important if you are working, especially designing applications that require immediate content like MP4 files. If you are working with apps like Zoom, if you are working with apps that play videos, you can apply this information in different aspects depending on where you are in the industry. Now let's move forward. I don't think I'm going to have a time to actually write anything for the next 4 days, because I have to prepare myself for a case. I've taken my employers to CCMA, so I'm gonna have to prepare myself for that case. But yeah, every minute that I get, I'll just try to move from where I am. But here we're going to look at an MP4 file, and after you've watched all my videos, you should be able to actually write a decoder for an MP4 files. You should understand the structure of an MP4 file, how an MP4 file is structured.